Hello. One of these days, I will figure out how to crossfade audio from one scene to another. I'm sure this is a way to do it. Anyway, hello. It is I, Creatrix Tiara, queer lady magician, coming to you from so-called Melbourne, Australia, also better known as the Boonwurrung and Woiwurrung people of the lands of the Boonwurrung Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nations. I pay my respect to the traditional custodians of the lands, my elders past and present, and any indigenous people watching. This was and also be Aboriginal land. Yeah, so it's been a week. I mentioned in previous streams that I've now got 2 jobs, and I've been doing a lot of shifts of one of them this past week, and I am bone tired. Uh, so you might have noticed something like the Tuesday streams are probably only gonna happen on like sort of special circumstances. But today, if I seem a bit off, that's why. But we got Genshin. Thursdays are Genshin days, and I wanted to do something. I want to try a thing. I want to do a regular session. Now, it's next week is going to be the next update. So next week is going to be pretty big. I definitely want to stream that. And you can see, we left off, there was this thing with Ito's like bug battle thing. Basically, we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore the plot, especially event for the moment, because what I want to do is try a thing I'm calling the road to 79. Oh, that's lovely. Get the music back on Rico. So the road to 79 is this wheel. The spinner wheel where we will ascend the chosen character to level
Everything's
79.
in place and they've taken the bait. Yes.
Yes, great. So why 79?
Start reeling them in.
So okay, so these are my characters that I have on me, right? This is not like literally everybody that exists in Genshin. This is just who I have on my roster from various pools. You can see that my top people, my usual people, I have a budget 79. So the only few people that are not like a high 79 is the Traveler, who have ascended to like 80 out of 90, and Rider Shogun, who I just found out today has hit level 80 on her own accord. So what happens with Ascension is this. Usually to get the character from like 1-star level to another, as you can see on the name, you would need to ascend them, and which means getting their materials, right? I can barely see the materials from it, but like here, like from first level, you find like one of the jade pieces, not jade, one of like turquoise or something pieces, and there's like a Pala Lily and boss materials, and then as you go up level, you start getting like the big boss materials. The second one's always like some sort of like overworld boss, and then the reason I go up to 79 is because once you get to 80 out of 90, so the last star, you not only need to get a 5-star drop of some gem or other, the amount of materials you need to find is kind of, I haven't done the math, so my math might be way off, but they double, right? And it's just about the same. It feels like it's just about the same as like every other level combined. And given that you can only get so many of one drop a day, given your resin, like you could theoretically use up condensed resin and like fragile resin and whatever, and just like burn through a lot of them as you want. But that gets to be a grind. I keep them. It's a slog. This is like multiple days worth of work, easy, just to get to the final level. So I keep everyone at level 79, and yeah, it was weeks of work, months of work. Level 79 because I find that 79 is enough, for kind of fighting, just to get things done. Basically, it's not high numbers. I'm not like someone who spends a lot of attention trying to get like big damage numbers or whatever. I find that whole artifact stuff confusing. I just like Google it, like, what are good artifacts? Okay, great, cool. And it gets me where I need to go, basically, right? I have barely touched the Spiral Abyss. Although part of my motivation is to, you know, kind of do just check out Spiral Abyss a little more. So I do have right now, I think it's easier to show. So I have so the first four is always who's on your team at any given moment. And I have level 79 of at least one character of each element. So that's my Dendro 79. Yanfei and Xiangling are my Pyro 79s, even though I use Yanfei way more. I find her way more useful. Rider Shogun, you know, kind of level 80, but not ascended level 80. Unascended level 80. So she's my Electro. The Traveler, you know, Traveler's whole deal is that they can wield any element they come across. Or for each country, it's a separate element. So, you know, so that... Oh, I also have Fischl. I sort of added at my other Electro 79. I do Raiden more, but Fischl and Jialing, I use their pets a lot more than I use them specifically. So, yeah. So, Traveler... And also, Traveler's Essential Materials, unlike the others, you don't necessarily have to grind on the ground. You get them, like, doing stuff in-game. Like, the different events. You know, the sort of Archon quests give you stuff. And some is a little bit hunting, but, you know, it's easier to get their materials. Venti and Sucrose are my two Animal 79s. I use Venti way more because the Venti vacuum is so good. But Sucrose is useful in a pinch. Noelle, my baby, my girl, my main for a long time. My first 79. I love her so much. So she's my Geo 79. I like characters that are like, you know, I really like how she can like deal damage and heal you at the same time. So yeah, Kaya. Oh, hang on, wait. Kaya, man, you grew on me, man. The thing is, I know people who are a bit like Kaya in real life, and they've always turned out to be terrible people. So I get suspicious. But I don't have Kaya. The in-game Kaya has grown with me. Like I do a burlesque number as Kaya. One of my burlesque numbers is as Kaya, right? So Kaya, my boy, he's gonna have a big thing happening in the 3.5 update. Here, coming to terms with his Conrian background. What's your deal, Kaya? What is your deal? Sorry. Yeah. So, officials, Xingqiu is where I can't see my cursor here. Yeah, Xingqiu is my water 79. Yeah, he wasn't super useful for me at the beginning, and then when Dedra happened, he and like Kole, Yanfei, Raiden as a team, my god, everything got done in like 2 seconds. I'm trying to build Ayato, who's 69 now. So 69 is high enough that I would start trialing them on the team and see how I like them, right? So Ayato's there, and I sort of looking at Ayato as a possible like Xingqiu alternative for the same like hydro infusion powers. So he's on the team currently for that. D-Look, I for some reason built to 69, but I haven't used him yet. He was gonna be, I was hoping for him to be my first 5-star, and I got him twice. As losing. I just haven't built him properly because I don't have like enough artifacts for him. But I would like to give him a trial run at some stage. Candace I did build to 69 pretty quickly because I wanted to try different Hydro characters. I found her a little less useful than I would have liked. So she sort of just stuck at 69. Yeah, okay. Yelan, Hazel, and where is that other girl? Kuki Shinobu. I really want them to be on the 79 list. More specifically, I want to build an Ace Attorney team. And so you have lawyer, detective. She was sort of a ringer, like semi-detective. Other lawyer. No, not you. You're not the lawyer. You are. Problem is, those three have a boss that's the most annoying boss ever. It's doable, but very boring to beat. So and they all need the same material for the same boss. So, you know, they're just there. Goro, I've recently got. I haven't had much use for him, but barely had enough to level up him. Ning Guang is someone that I feel like I have so many constellations of Ning Guang. So I feel like I should build her up more. don't quite understand her shield that she has, but she seems like pretty fun to play. Layla, I've only really played in like events where they let you try her out. She seems alright. Dory, I saw someone to heal her Dory, which I thought was very interesting. You know, you got the 50s. The 50s is basically I saw what materials I have left over. But Beidou was my Electro for a long time until I got Raiden. But yeah, Beidou was good. Beidou was good. Yao Yao, I got Yao Yao further up than I thought I did. Yao Yao, I want to build up for similar reasons to Noelle. Like she's a damage dealer who also heals. So, and Dendro, I could always use more Dendro in my life. So, Dendro is super, super powerful. So, Barbara, I've seen some very interesting builds of Barbara. Barbara is, like, primarily a healer, has got to be a lot of scraps. Just slightly annoying to build. One of her materials involves a lot of climbing. But, worthwhile. Thoma! I like Thoma as a character. Haven't super found a use for him yet, but I like him as a character. Eugene! Girl! Her boss is the one boss I've managed to defeat only once. Every time I try to do her Golden Wolf Lord boss, I die. That one I probably will need to... Like, I've played co-op a few times and used some of them help me getting, like, materials for Eugene, but... for whoever. I haven't for Eugene so much. But, like, oh my god, your boss is so hard. Hazel, as I said, part of the Ace Attorney team, but you have a very annoying boss material. Zhao! I got getting Yelan. I haven't used him all that much beyond events. As you can see, level 20. Don't quite remember what your boss mat is. I'm gonna look it up, but let's follow, dude. Okay, interesting. Zhongli, I also got kind of as a random spin of the wheel.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same.
Sorry, Zhongli, but the Osmanthus line. Wide light, it drives me insane.
Osmanthus.
Oh, shush. So everyone really likes Zhongli. Took me a while to figure out what his deal is, but both me. Amber was sort of, I built her because I needed a pyro, even though I find archers very difficult to use. And then Yanfei came and I just went full Yanfei. But I was building her for a little bit. Bennett, I just got.
Adventure team, assemble!
I just got Bennett. So I haven't had a chance to really use him. Really, because I literally just got him. A lot of Bennett's beloved. Because he gives you a lot, like a very strong attack boost, I guess. But Sayu, her boss, I fought like once as a quest thing and once to build her up. It's a bit. Oh, I think twice as a boss because I think in like Ayaka sort of thing, the same boss is in there. So, you know, doable. And again, like a damage dealer healer type is often appealing. Chi-Chi, everyone keeps my lightning Chi-Chi as like the character you use if you to. Kind of sort of did for Zhao, but then like got Zhao immediately afterwards.
4.
She seems cool. Like I've used her in events, and she seems alright. I'll hate them. It was very exciting. We pulled for him live on stream.
Wait.
A few Genshin streams. You can look at my YouTube, even though it's been not so updated.
Whatever.
But he would be great to build up. Dendro again, really like Dendro, and I kind of like his fighting style. Might be slightly less useful as a Dendro applicator though, so that'd be interesting to try to figure it. Mona, you know, another one I like to build up as sort of a Hydro. We'll see. I was trying to build my Hydro characters as sort of healers as well, but I don't know how well I'm going with that. Rosaria I haven't like really used one way or another. Diona, again, Archer. I mean, kind of a bratty cat girl, but you know. Xinyan I just got, so haven't really a chance to use her, but kind of glad I have her. Lisa, you know, she had her time in the sun as like the recent, which apparently if you like followed up the event every day, you could find track her, but I didn't know that and I lost the chance. I have to look it up online, I guess. Kujo Sara, I don't super understand how to use. She seems to be useful for Rider Shogun, who she is such a sim for. But beyond that, again, archers I find slightly complicated to use. Kuki Shinobu, lawyer team. Why? Why is your boss so boring? The Rune Serpent in Chasm. Oh, not about him. Chongyu never super used. His card is super strong in freaking TCG, which I haven't played in a while, but yeah. There you go. So that's who we got. So that's who we've got. So now this is going to be interesting for me because I have not tried to play a PC thing on OBS and I only have one screen. So I'm going to see how this is going to work. So we're going to take the wheel and I'm going to hopefully alt tabbing this will still work. And we can hear the game. Okay. So I have no one in chat to tell me if I'm doing this correctly. So if this is messed up on your end, I apologize. We're going to spin the wheel. And the wheel tells me we're going to work on Layla. Alright. We are... Applause. We are working on Layla. Layla is going to be our first spin for the road to 79. Okay, let's put follow. Our sleepy genius. Cool. So what does Layla need? Layla needs the jade. Oh, this jade. What is the turtle? I guess we need jade chunk, which is, you know, every pyro person, not pyro, sorry, cryo person needs them. Okay, so we need 2 more. Yeah, I can't super see the text. So we need, whose boss is this? The perpetual caliber we get from the... Oh, we get from one of the new Drake bosses that I haven't fought yet. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to fight this boss for the first time. Yep. We need these Nilopatla lotuses found around Sumeru. And we need these scrolls you get from subtitles. Okay, cool. So we just need to fight this boss a few times and run around looking for... Yeah, sometimes we might hit a wall because that just requires farming. But okay, so we have a plan. We have a plan. We are going to Sumeru. No, I don't want to do that novel since problematic quest because I can't, like, I need stuff from it. But let's go fight stuff for Layla first. Oh, I keep forgetting the condition words. My other side mission to get every food. So where's our boss? Where is our boss? I have not fought this boss yet. Hang on. Yeah, Mr. Boba. Great. So we need the Drake one of these, right? So it'll be sort of... Yeah, this is the no, this is the one we want. This is the one we want. Okay, so navigate. You're over there. Okay, great. Which means we need to get... Okay, so that takes us underground. Oh! Hang on. Right. No, I remember sort of like going near his entry, but not quite. It's kind of tricky. It's like it's in a little cave. So alright, so we're gonna... Never fought this boss before. But I thought, you know, the smaller version of this Drake exists overworld, so I say overworld as though we have like a not overworld version of this game. Speaking of overworld, I did just pre-order Octopath Traveler 2. That's super exciting. Love Octopath Traveler 1. And with my first paycheck from one of my 2 jobs, I got Traveler 2. So that was my thing. Mari, who you've probably seen, like, hang on, I forgot how this thing works. Who you... Nope. I mean, great, but also no. There we go. Who sort of showed up in the stream. And who I stream with on Saturdays, well, they play his turn. And I sort of gosh about it. We were talking about, like, lost my train of thought. We were talking about, like, what would you do with your first paycheck? Because this is my first, like, stable job in a while. A lot of my work tends to be like very short-term contracts, you know, life of an artist. But this is sort of my first like, in a while, I'm an employee or something rather than being like independent contractor, pay me whatever, right? And they were talking about what would you do your first paycheck, and they had bought something very expensive, you know, which they'd been wanting for a while, but still had a bit of a bias remorse around it. It's like a piece of clothing they wanted. I think they dropped the piece of clothing. Like, I understand, like, it was a very big purchase. And I was just like, look, I don't want anything too big. I know my first paycheck is gonna just be for the induction I did for one of my jobs, so it's not gonna be like a massive amount. But you know, I had wanted the game as one of my first paycheck things. So the paycheck came, and I got the game. It'll come out tomorrow. Ooh, I've only just realized the game comes out tomorrow. Exciting. Right. So that's good news. All right. So that's our Drake. Let's see, what is your deal?
Be still.
This is I like this sort of switchy thing about them, right? Hang on. Alright, yes. So this is sort of an order that I like to do this. Which I completely forgot. Yeah, so you want, what I should have done is you want Dendro first. Then you do all the elements on this damn thing. While Dendro is alive. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And like, look, I charge head first with. I am so much a melee person.
Motion to compel.
Electro res in this piece. Okay, so Electro is slightly useless against this one right now. That's fine. Okay, you can work with it. Okay. Ah! Don't die. I remember one of the early like Archon quests, you had to fight this like horde of ruined guards and with one of the flying ruined serpent things, and it was so like I rage quit for 2 weeks because I was just not getting through to it. Oh god, ooh, that was very sick. Oh, I can't use pyro. Oh, I guess it picks like who has used to bully you in the last little while. Yeah, I reached it for 2 weeks. And you can't do that thing co-op either, right? So it's just like very difficult to do. And I think oh god, I was dying. Oh, hello. Right. I think one of the things I've learned was that I just have to be reckless about it. I wish this was healing. That'd be nice. I got an achievement for it. What I get an achievement for? Killing the damn thing? Maybe. Okay, let me see if I can read. I need to get closer to my screen. I'm back to my usual sitting on the couch. Defeated something like Drake that has increased reason into at least 2 different elements. Okay, right. So cool. Great. Okay. We're probably not gonna pull today. There's no one around. But right. So we get the first of our drops. Alas, this boss does not drop us the it doesn't drop us this. Righty, Shemalet. We have 2 of this perpetual caliber. We need 8, I believe. So we could fight him another 3 times and get what we need for Layla. We'll at least aim to get whoever we pick leveled up at least 1 level. Although now I'm a bit confused because Layla I did like build up significantly high. I guess you do get some materials when you first test the character, but now I'm just like, how? I've never fought this guy. How did I get to level 15? Right, but everyone needs a heal. And now that I realize this, I am going to switch out Arto for Xingqiu. Because my Arto's not a fake, Xingqiu is a healer. I need my heals. I could possibly put Noelle in there as well, but you know, not worry about the Dendro thing. But I think, as you can see, the Dendro elemental reactions like came with super crowd. So I am gonna like do a bit of a switcheroo. Sorry, Arato. I think like you can turn any catalyst into a healer by changing like what their weapon is. So I might look into that for Yanfei, because she's gonna be semi-permanent. But let's bring you back.
For justice.
I knew you would say that. Great, cool. So, how long does it take for this boss to renew? This is the boss that I get murdered often. This is the boss that I find very boring to deal with. Oh, not terribly far. Alright, let's go back. Let's do more of this. Let's do more of this. And then we'll probably need to start crafting something. Well, not crafting. We need to find the lotuses for her, right? And you find them around water in Sumeru. So we'll do that. Ooh! Also, you know, we would get Layla to like the trial phase, level 69. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I still need to figure out like her weapons and stuff, so, and artifacts and stuff. All right. Back we go. Back we go. Bonk. Okay. You. That's great. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Big one and you. It is very annoying when like try to set up a thing. It's like you can't use the guy try. Yeah, look at that. Look at this fucking popcorn. Let's get more Dendro back on here. Incinerate. Oh, we lost. He was like popcorn. Look at that! Look at that! Look how fast we've gotten so far. Oh, Hydra resistance. Look at it. Bully. Look at that! Look how... Whoa. Look how much quicker we got it compared to last time. Wow! This dream team. There we go. Whoa. Oh, I didn't realize they hit you with like whatever element they're like. Right. How much do we get of everything? Get 2 more. Okay, we got some. Okay. Alright, cool. I did not realize they hit you at the end of it. All the stuff. I can see a use case for someone like Noelle, because the shield would be super handy. But as you can see, my Dendro team, just like it's so fast. Xingqiu was nigh useless, honestly, until I did like level him up a little bit, you know, with the talents and stuff. But then you add Dendro to it. Chef's kiss is so good. It's so good. All right, so we're gonna hang out here. Hello. Heal my poor Yanfei, please, thank you. Then you hang out here. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do this, yes. We're gonna wait. Right. Oh, okay, it was 2 minutes. So this is all the bosses we have. I haven't fought this guy yet. Yeah, so this is all your enemies. So not just like, oh, what bosses I fought. This one I fought. I haven't fought all of them. This I fought like once. Yeah, this I fought like twice and only mentioned once. I don't know. I've fought them as part of a quest, but I don't think I fought them like as their own entity. This again, super boring. This I maybe tried once, maybe. This, yeah, I did went through this a lot for Kole. This is the one we're waiting on at the moment. This I've done. This I went for Candace a fair bit. This for Yaya I built up. This I haven't fought yet. I think we will need to fight this guy for I'll hate them. And then this is like your sort of like regular bosses, right? I honestly am surprised that he's here, considering he seems to be like much more of a major boss. I'm being like very freaked out the first time, and the second time I was like, oh, I can do that easy. Alright, are we done? Come back here. We got around 40 seconds, just under 40 seconds to do this. And like, you know, like we don't have to necessarily like, keep grinding on Layla. But it would be interesting now, like she's getting close to level 69 status to see like what her your trial character status, just see like what she could do. We'll probably have to do some surreptitious googling of like what works for her. Okay, I think we are ready to rumble on this guy.
I'll remind you again.
You don't have to remind me.
Both a help and
You don't need to remind me of anything, Anfe. You are still committing tax evasion. I've read about it before playing Genshin, but like basically she's wrong about like incidental taxes and treasure hunting. You can't write this off. So, and then people were like, "Oh, you claim she actually commits tax evasion." I'm like, "That's a reference to a game." Turtle Boy commits tax evasion, which I have played on this channel. Alright, so back we go. Back we go. And I die immediately. No. We go. And now we could have spent like some time while waiting for this boss to refresh to like get the notices and stuff, but it's not like a very long wait, so we're fine. I'll get Kole here because it'd be useful to get like her dead draw up, even though she doesn't have it like super active at the moment. Yoink and go.
no, my sword.
Okay. All right. Yes. Great. You. Perfect. You. Raiden.
Inazuma shines eternal.
And Yanfei. Nope. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Look. Already a third of the way to already halfway. Yeah. Get a Raiden in as well.
Rain outlines your fate.
Get some Dendro back. Yanfei for the win. Oh, probably gonna get the whole like this person's got like. Alright, Hydra resistance. Whatever. Don't care. Look at that. Oh, I didn't even get hit by a Hydra. Look at that. Barely a scratch. Barely a scratch. Look at that. Look at that. Barely a freaking scratch. I feel like we must have fought this boss a few times. Because how did I get at level 50? I don't understand. Yeah. 2. We got 6 so far. We need another 2.
This before us is a strange and
Oh, these
unprecedented
like
one
vaguely
indeed.
echoing. Right, so let's go back to our little like healing spot with barely a scratch on us. Amazing. Love this. Love this for us. Love this for us. Great. Ooh, sorry, my phone's just fallen to the edge of my sofa. Yeah, there we go. Messages. Not that I'm expecting any at this hour. The people who would message me are all busy. Yeah! Cool. Barely a scratch. Barely a scratch. Look at that. We went from like nearly dying a few times. Look at this guy. This is a massive guard. There's a similar device in like the desert area where you could pilot. It's very fun. Look at this guy. What an incredible vehicle. There's like this one like ruin guard extra that shows up in random places. I feel like you should get like achievement for finding them. I find them easier to find than be like normal ruin guards, honestly. Alright, let's get out. Nope, nope, not the map. No, not the map. We want this guy. Do I want anyone from the next banner? I don't know. None of them really stick out as anyone I would want to wish for. Like, you know, Mika would be kind of interesting, but yeah, at this point, none of them are really like characters I would really want. Like, I know Dia's getting into like the standard banner anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know if anyone really sticks out. Like if Kokomi was in there, maybe because I can heal her. But Shana, like I'll have to see with like doing the trial. We could do the trials of this. Just try them out. But well, I might have done trials already. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. No one really sticks out. No one really sticks out in the coming 3.5 banners. If Naida gets a freaking rerun, I am all over it. I think I'm just gonna save for Naida. You know? I've done enough like memeing. Like I've done some roles that I was just like, yeah, whatever. Or like that character looks interesting, but not interesting enough to spend all my rolls on it. When Nahida comes back, I am like pausing the 79 series and just building Nahida up. Like I need her psychic powers. Well, I like Tiny Geek. So cute. Nahida and Kazuha. Kazuha I've tried, Nahida I've tried. Down to the wire. Kazuha I lost to Diluc. I was so annoyed. Nahida I didn't like lose to anyone. I just never got a 5-star. And then like Child was on it. And mostly was trying Child because of Brad. Don't think I got I didn't get a 5-star there either, but then like Ayato came in the next man. I've been wanting Ayato for a while, but I was between him and Venti. I really wanted Venti. And then like immediately the next pull over. Here we go, here's Ayato. Like, well, here we go. Alright, he's back in action. Let's roll. Let's go fight him for the last time today, and then we've got enough of the calibers. Yeah, I think I've done like the trials for the other ones, right? Like this round's trials. I feel like I have. Maybe. I think I maybe cringed at Huta. I'm sure her VA is a lovely person. I just cannot. There you go. Alright, one last time today. We don't have to build everyone to 79 like right this second, right? Like, but since we later, we are pretty close. So, okay, call it back. A bit of a ways away from being able to use her bus, but that's fine. Yeah, everyone's got boring wings right now. Deal with it. Wapow! Oh, whoa. Okay, that.
Illusion shattered.
Okay, so a little less showstoppy compared to last time because we didn't have everyone's burst up, but. You can Blue, where are you halfway? Okay, yes. Call it, yep. Yeah, face, yep. Ding show. No, that's not Alright, yep, great. Yeah, you see the swords that are sort of floating around Yanfei at the moment? Alright, higher res. Okay, that's it. Oh, yep. No. God. Do not shoot like that. Yeah, I'm sure there's like a trick to aiming with this guy. I just... Come on, I know you got pyro res up. Stop shooting me.
Motion to compel. I'm hurt pretty bad.
No! Oh no, we lost Cole. Okay, let's try to do. This is why I find archers so difficult, because like you try to set up the shot, and try to get the aim right. Well, we've got everything for Layla, so apologies. Well, we got like everything we need for this guy. Oh, and we got a thing for the battle pass. So let's go back and just get like Cole alive again. Yeah, I really mentioned like that one Yakon quest. I was trying to like not die, but then at some point I was like, you know what? You can always like restart. If someone dies, that's fine. So when guards are blazing, and managed to beat it finally, and now I'm here. And Liu was like a zip. You know, Zuma was even easier. Okay, here we go. Thank you. So we know. I did something we could use a map for, but this is a little more fun. Let's go loading for lotuses, and then if we find anything interesting on the way, like say a treasure chest, we can go explore that. But yeah, let's go looking for lotuses. Alright. Give me treasure!
Incinerate.
Up. You're gonna set up. Alright, idiot.
Time for your arraignment.
Ah, yeah, this cutout switch character now thing is. Oi, come back, you bitch.
Shine down.
Come back here, you cabbage. There we go. Great, we got a treasure chest.
But a momentary distraction.
Sure. Then if we see any other like plants, you know, we don't have to limit ourselves to just lotuses, but if we see anything else. Like these. Might as well pick them up. Okay, so we need to find lotuses. They are water, but I don't 100% know if they are in water or like around water. Like I've seen them, but I just remember what it is. Oh, what's this? I know there was sort of a thing where you could, yeah, you could go up to the damage ones. Back up if you switch on. Sure. Do I have anything to do with? I do. 1.2. Yeah, there's sort of like a hidden exploration thing. Defeat all the crocodiles. Do I care about the crocodiles? No. Let me just turn off navigation for this though. Oh, is it Port Almost music here? Sweet. Hell yeah. The Port Almost seems a banner. I did sort of overplay it for a little bit, but go fishing. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I know yeah, that's a dendro thing. Hell yes, Port Almost. All these sort of things are glittering in the water. Let's see what it is. Oh, let's eat some food before we drown. Look at all this food. All this food. Too bad you can't like sort of zoom, do the teleporty zooming while in the water, because that would be super handy. Alright, we are back on port almost. Ooh. Nothing. We got some money. There you go. We're back up on land. Ah, right. These are like, you can investigate that when you get like random things. No lotuses though. Is there a wave rider on this part? Because it feels like, you know, oh, there's a wave rider thing like across it. It like usually if you see like boxes in the water, you can pick them up using the wave rider I found. Over here. And that's how Sumeru Fisher person. I don't know if I've introduced myself to them yet. Let's see.
Guided along the right path. I'm drawn to fishing, and the fish are drawn to me.
Lomalat. Oh, right. No, I've spoken to this person. You're Rashid. I mean, I have cousins named Rashid. Ah, yeah. I think I've trapezed around here before. I think possibly the lotuses aren't necessarily going to be. Oh, hello. In like kind of adjacent to urban areas. Per se, like I feel like they might be kind of deeper within the forest here. Ooh, it's withering. Should we do withering? I got a withering spot. Let's get back.
Rain outlines.
I mean, I would normally swap out like Noel for this because again, healer.
Insolent.
I haven't fought a so the witherings are I have fought a witherings in like a long while. So I've semi forgotten how this works, but I do know there is an opportunity to heal, and I just need to find where the healing opportunity is. Oh, yep. Part of it is I can just leave. So let's get our archer go. And we just need to shoot these guys, right? Yeah. And then like run. Oh, here we go. That's the thing, that's the thing. What are these guys?
Time to act. Boom boom.
Come on. Oh yeah, there's all the spores we could get, but yeah, so these ones should give you some healing. I'm gonna call it back here so we can get the next little flower up there. And then run out of the damn way. That took me way too long to figure out, honestly, that you had to run out of the way. And then no one there. Run out of the way with that one. Ooh, that unleash a bunch more of these guys.
Just like we rehearsed.
Let me weave you a verse.
Alright, yes, we got.
Breath of the flame.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that!
Yeah.
Oh, this is here.
Yeah.
Die. I mean, I love mushrooms. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, the also like actually broke. Oh no, that wasn't. Never mind. Okay, so this will tell us. Yes, we can destroy this already. Yep. Yeah. Sometimes when destroying this, you need to fight off monsters, but or like monsters and such.
Glad there
But
weren't
we're
any
good.
poisonous mushrooms inside.
We are good. Yeah, this would have been like one of our recharge points. Investigate. What do we investigate? Ah, right. Stinks. We are good. We just need to find. We got distracted looking for water. Let's go back to following the waterways. Yeah, a little exploration day today. Why not? Bonk. Bonk. Oh yeah, this was this thing. I vaguely remember like working through it. I'm seeing a lot of like boxes, but not seeing really much in the way of lotuses. And I feel like they would be kind of conspicuous if you see them, right? Let me just follow this sort of river inlet thing. Okay, that gets us this far. Okay, you're... Oh no, you're something. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I believe. Yes, that's our plant. Great. Yep. Okay, great. We found him. We found him. Yeah, so they show up on lily pads in the water. Good to know. Good to know. So let's like swim across. Get some money. I have a lot of money. I think in the process of ascending everybody and getting them to like level 39, we will like something out. Ooh, whose attention did we get? No. Let's screw you. Again. Right, okay, so it looks like if you're near some sort of a village situation, the lotuses don't appear, but food. But in like some more foresty areas again. So we follow the river. Where does that take us? Oh, it takes us around. Let's follow the river. See if we can find any lotuses. What the? Rogue. Yeah, let's follow the river, see where it takes us. See, ha! It takes us to a bounty. Let's get some energy up so we're not fainting. A bounty that we can't claim! These are the flowers we need. But it won't let us collect them, which is highly annoying. I need these flowers. I need exactly these flowers. So I want to let me claim them. Right, right, they're not showing up sleepable. Aha! You're going to figure out what in your environment can we interact with. Do that. The glow. Is that a sealy up in the tree? I saw a sealy up in the tree. What's up here? There is something up in the tree. Oh, oh. Why am I up here? Maybe there was like a not Geoculus, Dendroculus that I need to claim. Let's keep following the river. Finding more treasure boxes. You got lily pads that you can stand on, but no lotuses. There's the boats. This is very peaceful. This is very peaceful. I say as someone who fights a college green kind of stressful game. Ooh, aramites. Please. I have no quarrel with you. One of my favorite people in this entire game is an Aramite. And Jet. Jet is best girl if you do Jet. I still haven't quite figured out how to unlock that one quest with Jet. Like, what's this about a key? I feel like I'm missing like 3 steps in between.
Incinerate!
I'll just look it up. I say that and everything. Listen!
Shine down!
I am besties and possibly girlfriends with Jet. Let me be alone. I'm just looking for lotuses. Jet! Oh my god, if Jet was a playable character. She'd be Hydro, I think, because I think her class. I saw a fan art of her as a animal, which they usually give to like people looking for freedom, you know, it's a whole thing, or like the sort of the thing about the dead friend, although in her case it's sort of more like dead parents. And like, I don't want to fish. And like I see an argument for it something. I see an argument for animal. But I feel like given who like how they might make a Hydro just because that's her like Aramite kind of weapon, you know.
Illusion shattered.
Boom!
But yeah, if Jet is playable character, whatever, is animal or Hydra or whatever you give her, she's on my team. Immediately, immediately she is on my team. Just if she is a 5-star, I don't care. I'm pulling for her. Like Jet, I love her so much. Far too much. Noelle, Kaya, and then like Jet. Best to go. Jet playable. I mean, we saw with like Rana in like one of the early Sumeru World quests that
Shine down.
you can, like we saw Rana get a vision, right? Spoilers, we get done that way, but one with all the Yaranaras. We saw people get a vision. We saw Rana get a vision because Scaramouche get a vision. I'm surprised they didn't give one to Jet because it felt like that her entire thing was like, it was very like, this is how you get a vision kind of story. So there's a possibility that Rana shows up and gets, becomes playable. Or you know, it goes to us interacting with people who have visions but not necessarily play them, you know. But Jet. This is my campaign for Jet.
Ha! Illusion shattered.
Hoyoverse. I have a few requests for you. One, let me be your consultant for anything to do with stage magic for Fontaine. Two, let me play Jet. Not seeing any lotuses here. That is, I think, a duck. It is a bird of some description, certainly. Alright. Following the water, not necessarily seeing anything big enough lotuses just yet. Following the water. Ah, yoy.
Motion to compel.
There we go. Yeah. Why will you not let me spectacular?
Shine down.
Whoop. How dare you? Lotuses. How many do we need? Let's investigate later. Where are you, girl? No? Oh, we had her enough follows, so she might be hurrier up. Yep. We have about 10, we need another 20 is what it's what I can discern, and this we need to craft. This we can probably craft, well, we might need to find stuff. Follow the water. Here. Let me please fix up. Where are we in relation to everything? Oh, we definitely moved sort of city-wide. Oh, we've moved up. We've moved very far not. Very nice. We've traveled from the south and north on the map. Nice, just by following the water. Following the water. Go a little bit eastwards this time. I see a jet line, but not actually a jet. You are.
Witnessing power.
You are not jet. You look like a jet. You are not a jet. I'm not picking at anyone.
I'll be back.
Maybe I probably should. I just forget. But I feel like they hang around. Like I remember like going back to places and like, oh, there's like this random enemy loot there. Follow the water. Follow the water. Pick up some stuff while we're here. Follow the water. I mean, we got pretty far to only get like 3 lotuses. Like, I'm pretty sure there are concentrations of them. So I'm gonna like hang on for a second. Sort of quickly look up where lotuses are on the map. On the Hoyoverse map. Not spawn. Where's my map? There you go. So we need this girl. Let's go. No. Yes. Let's watch Layla. Alright, let's put a pin.
Okay.
Character material. Layla. Where is Layla? Layla. Yes. Good luck. Okay, so.
How did I do that?
Okay, great. Okay, great. We've got some leads. On hotspots. 4. One is in the Chindvat Ravine, which is around here somewhere. Yep. South of that has a lot of lotuses. Is what the map has told me. I mean, I'll have to get closer to really look. Yes! Great. There's also a lot of things here.
Motion to compel. Inadmissible evidence.
See the water?
Just like we rehearsed.
Rain outlines your fate.
Water on water is also good. Ooh, we got a few secrets here. Including this treasure chest that has yet to be opened, even though we fought guys. So let's pick up some lotuses. Oh, hello, my stream elements has sort of set off again. Right. Let's get some, what I call architecture here. This is where Layla would come in handy, because she is ice. Come here, let's go pick up. I think one thing that could be interesting once we get to enough people with level 79 at least starts becoming viable. Aha, there you go. Is to when we get like people to level 79, is to get them to fight for, get them involved in getting their own like level 80 material.
Glad there weren't any poisonous mushrooms inside.
That could be fun. That could be fun. Once we get like a critical mass of people. Like if we were to just wait, like it would be waiting forever, right? So yeah, that's a fish. Oh yeah, that's one thing we could do. Like once we get people to level 79, and we could do sort of like a fully ascended moment where they get their own materials, like fight their bosses, get be in the exploration team for it. That could be fun. Okay, I think we might have exhausted our option for lotuses here. That's fine. Next up is a little it's north of here. So near the palace. So we were sort of nearly in the area. We nearly could have gone to Lotus Land, but I wanted to check. Let's see. Let me look at the character. Let me check this out later. How are we going materials wise for you? 24. Not terribly far, actually. We were just here. Oh, okay, we got lotuses here. Yeah, the same thing. It does seem that you need to be away from kind of urban places where there's people. No, that's not. God damn it! Hide over the
Illusion shattered.
Oh, what are you doing here? You jet one of these.
There is no escape.
Maybe we just use like the jets and stuff. I think Jet was an only child, but like, still, like I'm Jet's evil twin. Okay, so supposedly there were like lotuses around this general area. Yep, there's a few here. There's a duck.
Motion to compel.
Now we get fried chicken. Get some filler artifacts while we're at it. Yeah, I think we're straying a little bit from lotuses, but heading up this direction will get us to. Let me double check that we are going the right way. Yeah, so around the palace, actually, surprisingly, there's lotuses there. And apparently a dendroclus that I haven't picked up. So, right, around this palace. I am told there are lotuses. Ooh, hello. Ooh. Hi, Mom. I am not your mother. That is... You know what? As much as that was a fun little, like, side effect, and as much as it's nice to have, like, a chat, I am not your mom. And that message is... I mean, either you've gotten like the wrong stream, in which case, hi, but I am not your mother. Or I have a feeling you're going to be a bit of a creep. So, goodbye. Ha! I am a tyrant. It's my stream. I couldn't do that. Don't call me Mom. Like, unless we have some sort of pre-arranged thing, or I am actually your mother, then maybe call me Mom, but like, no. No, thank you. Ooh, look at that. Let's see, how are we doing? Ah, am I? I feel like this person probably was trying to get in. No, reject. I would like to, this must have stayed from when I was doing co-ops for like some of the events. But no, Please, please don't. Please do not. Just because, you know, I'd rather like have a conversation about like what you want to do co-op. And get kind of distracting otherwise, so. Alright. More lotuses. How are we going? How are we going with Leela before all that chaos happened? That exciting music only for the TP band. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! I think we got exactly the amount we needed. So we need to get the shards though. And the way we do that is that we start crafting them. So let's head to the city because we know there's somebody has a crafting desk somewhere. Yep. Where is my... ooh, what the... Get off there, Yanfei. There you go. Somebody in this general peace area has a crafting desk. A little difficult to find them, admittedly. No, at least I can map it. Oh, who's here? Alvin Yuan. Hello. Welcome. Please don't be weird. I've just had a feel of weird people today. As we tell us over through from here already. Oh, this follows. I wonder why. Hello, hello. And it turned out to be like actually someone I know. Sorry man, I'm just spooked. I'm gonna be like, I mean I do need to do reputation quests for my sort of side thing of getting every recipe, but which also would be the only reason I don't want to get any character. Here we go. Right. Can I please use the bench? So, we need this guy. I don't have any character that gives me a bonus. We need 3. Great. I think we have enough to level up later. We do. Great. So let's first level up.
How did I do that?
To the point that we need to ascend her. Great, and now let's ascend. Ta-da!
Get together, Layla.
There we go. We have ascended her by 1 level to hello, Alvin. How I say your name? Alvin Yuan. Alvin Yuan. We have just ascended Layla. Oh, we get the next level. We can get still wish, but that takes a lot of work. Cool. So that's 1 down. That's 1. Now we could do another spin, but I did use up all my resin. Let's do some dailies. I haven't done my dailies today. I want to check out this because I've been trying to get achievements and stuff. So let's go to Inazuma and go investigate the situation with the books. What is happening, you guys? What is happening? Why is the novel problematic? A word that has been overused. Yes. What's up, man? Have you read the reader feedback? Of reviews have been plummeting lately. Don't worry, this is just the calm before the grand climax. Calling out yourselves. When the key plot point gets revealed, we'll see it. No, wrong for that. When the key plot point gets revealed, we'll see a real turnaround in these reviews. And what good is that if your novel gets axed long before you get there? What's going on? Traveler, thank goodness you're here. Junkichi has been adding a lot more wild abilities. This is totally calling out themselves to the main character in Onibodu. It's just been one thing after another ever since that inspiration trip of his. Yay Publishing House has received a lot of negative feedback from readers who say that they don't understand why these abilities are appearing. They think that the author isn't taking the story seriously. They don't know what they're talking about. I'll just keep writing. They'll get it at some point. Like I was saying, your novel will get axed before you can get to that point. Okay, whatever. From what I recall, there's a few readers of Onibodu around this area. Why don't you go and ask them if your idea is like or not? Fine, I'm sure they'll get it anyway. Traveler, come with me. I'll need a witness. Yes, that sounds good. Bring the traveler with you. That way you can't deny what to say later. Let's do this. Okay, let's get going. I'm sure my readers will understand me. How much feature creep is there anyway? Feature creep. Oh my god. Who was setting up this question being very salty about things? Just a bit. A bit? The main character would have more abilities than every other character in the story combined. Let's get going. I'm sure my readers get it. Right. How's it going? It's going alright. It's been kind of a long day, just busy with work and stuff, but it's going alright. It's going alright, you know? Just doing our dailies in Genshin. I haven't touched Genshin in like a week or so. How about you? How are things? Also, there's the thing, I've gotten your quest twice. Right, we need to interview people. Who am I interviewing first? You. Oh, Junki's here, alright. Hello, what is it? Hello there, have you read Onibodu by any chance? Huh? I have, and I liked it, but how should I put it? The plot seems a little strange lately. The main character is constantly getting new abilities that can immediately defeat the enemy with them. I mean, to be fair, in Genshin, just your traveler still has to work a bit. I liked Onibodu because of the clever methods the main character used to defeat his enemies, but now it feels like the author is just being lazy. Also, most of the abilities the main character gets are only used once. It makes the story seem so flippant. I really don't know what the author is thinking. Ahem! Well, let's ask a few more people, shall we? This has got to be an odd case. Totally fine. Oh man, asking for reader feedback as a writer. Good as well. I haven't did that. Yeah, Yeah, I feel like cause I haven't really played Genshin like every day. I do when there's like a new update or like an event I really want to follow. But otherwise, with dailies right now, my focus is mostly with dailies where they have an interesting kind of quest situation happening, like this one. Because I have, where is my gourmet club one? But otherwise, I'm not too fussed about it. Okay, how's it go? Hello, is there anything I can help you with? Yes, there is. Have you ever read Onibodo? Yes, I have. It's a very interesting novel. The characters and the plot are wonderful. But I feel like the author has been slacking off a bit lately. There are all these new powers that suddenly appear without having ever been referenced before. Although it's called an awakening, it just seems cheap. I just think this kind of cheap plot makes a character look cheap too. I really hope the author reconsiders this course right then. They have no idea. Traveler, let's go ask someone else. Alright, who's next?
Anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds.
Who is next? Hi there! Are you up for a chat? Random British girl. Indeed, have you ever read Onibodo by any chance? I have! I like the main character a lot too. But I've been having a hard time reading it lately. A hard time? Then the last few chapters, the main character was suddenly bestowed with all of these new abilities. The story spends a lot of time talking about how these abilities work wicked and how they can be used. And the names of these abilities are getting harder and harder to follow. I can't remember any of them. If I keep reading, I don't think I'll be able to follow the story without understanding these abilities. I was thinking of giving the book a rest and switching to something a little easier to follow. Let's head back. Okay, I don't get why this is happening. Bro, everyone explained to you why this is happening. Take the feedback on. Like, yeah, it is a feedback. You only have these new abilities that only show up once just to solve a particular puzzle, like, way too easily. It's not super satisfying. Especially when, like, as one of the people said, the draw of the book was being clever about how you fight things, how you solve a situation. It's just sort of Deus Ex Machina your way around it. It's like, yeah, you know, there's no pool. You don't get to solve the puzzle along with them, you know. Alright then, how did it turn out? Did you get the readers? Wait, why does he look so depressed? What kind of feedback did you get? Try to see. So, Junkichi, will you accept the feedback now? I can't believe it! How did this happen? And my ideas and my writing not interesting enough? You need to learn this thing called Kill Your Darlings. Or like at least put the darlings in a separate document so you can bring them back when they are more appropriate or useful. As I said, advancing the plot purely by giving the character new powers can be dangerous. The new traits might be momentarily popular, but as soon as the novelty wear off, the readers would get bored. This is years of experience talking, you know? I know. It's not too late to change it, though. We can't reverse the reviews of the previous chapters, but we get the following chapters back on solid footing. Thank you, Traveler. It's actually better to let him take a hit now. If we kept on writing like that, he would definitely be worse overall. So thank you. It is your payment. Please take it. Do I get the thing now? No! What? Where is my editorial thing? What? What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh my god. Give me my achievement. What do I need to do to get that editorial thing? Editorial judgment achievement. I've done both commissions. What am I missing? Alright, well that's one daily down. Let's do femur. Oh, this one's the stealthy ones. I like to say I like stealth games, but I'm terrible at stealth games. I honestly just like find my way through. Where am I going? There we go. Alright, it's over there. I don't think I've done this commission in that area. I don't think so. I've usually done it in like the place where it's like a bit of a high hill. A little like tower type thing. There we go. Alright. Now be sneak. Where am I here? Don't jump on the boat yet, that makes it conspicuous. There's one. And now I need to find another one. No, I've been spotted!
Time for your assignment.
Dang, yeah, you had it too. Alright.
Rain cutter. Body and mouth. Now you shall perish.
Come on!
To the ferry.
Okay, great. Goodbye. Where do you need me to go? Oh, nope. Careful. God damn it. You're not even following the quest. Oh, you want to. Bye. Run, 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 and... Alright. 2 down, 2 more to go. Falling down thunder. I don't remember this commission. Might have seen it, don't remember it. Over there. Okay, so we've got a bit of a track to get there, but... Right, where are we going? This way. We are no longer enemies of the state, so we can pass. Whee! Who needs us? Who needs us? Oh man. I think I mentioned it in here before, but I set my alarm clock on my phone to play, it's like to that like Hoyoverse music mix. There's been a few times where it's woken me up with like not this specific battle theme, but like one of the other Inazuma battle themes, and I like wake up. Ah! Okay, okay. Oh, there's more. Ah! Oh, yeah.
No, my sword.
There we go. Done. And now one last daily. A travel mode. Okay, great. Where are you? All the way back up here. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. I don't think I've done like one here before. It's getting past dinner time. I need to sort out dinner. I don't have... I mean, I have like ingredients in the house, but nothing that coalesces to a whole meal. Let's die. No. Let's not. Let's Whee! Whoa! Whoa! Ooh. Ooh, that was a little treacherous there. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I've done this particular challenge here before. I feel like I might have, but this is not super familiar. Like, I know the flavor of challenge, certainly, but like... And here we go. Done! Daily's done. No, that's not what I want. I want this. And now we go. I like to go to like where the commissions are, like that city's yeah, like that city sort of adventurers guild. Although, why does it feel like they've renovated the city since I've last been? All right.
Ad
Hello,
Astra
Catherine.
Abyss. Thank you for Ad
Alright,
Astra
I didn't
Abyssal.
really look at what we got, but so I don't have a super pressing need for anything at the moment, but my hack for the battle pass is that you send someone an expedition to get ores, and you get that sorted. Done. Cool. We have another like 20-ish minutes in the stream. Let me continue on my mission to get all the food in Sumeru, all the recipes. Not just in Sumeru, but like in everywhere. But let me just talk to these guys. See where we're at. Fill up the next 20 minutes or so doing some reputation quests. God, it's so dark. It's like 8:37 here in Melbourne. I need to order food. I need to get food sorted. I'll do that after I'm done with stream. It's so dark. It is so dark. It's also partially why I don't do face cams, because then I sort of the lighting is just like, nah. Oop, whoa. Alright. Bonk. Alright. I am. How's my reputation there? So let's do a quick check. We are here. We need to get here. We're very close to this. But we need to get this. And I think even with, if we do all the requests, and then pick like the highest bounty. I used to be scared the highest bounty, and I'm just like, alright. Dendro res decrease environment to Hydra. Ooh. So Sting Choice is also very useful, but not super useful for Hydra, but alright, well let's switch things out a little bit. If I built up Layla. I did. If I like sorted out her weapon and stuff, we could have used Layla here. Let's bring Kaya. Let's bring our boy Kaya here. We haven't used it even a hot minute.
This will be interesting.
Alright, so let's... I am too scared. I am very scared. I am very scared of this one. Let's defeat some Aramites. Where? Oh, not too far away. Great. Wee. Are any of them jet clones? Not that I can immediately see.
Happy to oblige.
For trouble?
Motion to compel.
Yeah! Ooh, yes! Coming clutch.
Don't get frostbite.
Free this now.
Illusion shattered.
Hey, done. Okay, now next little questing. Ruin drakes. Okay, where are you? Where are the ruin drakes? Over there. What's the best way for me to get to you? Ooh. Not a ton of great options, but we'll go here. Alright, so we don't need breathing healing, but what we get. Let's fly to find some ruin drakes to ruin their day. What the? What are the mushrooms worshipping? I'm scared. I think it's an area that I haven't super explored. Well, I feel like I have, depending on... Oh yeah, I've been here. Ooh, what the? Hang on a second. Sorry, I just want to look at that sculpture for a second. Probably something R&R related. It was like, for a second, a cat! We have more cats in Sumeru! Just like in that one island in Inazuma. Right. Hello. Oh, it is also the freaking lion tiger things. Before we decide. I just want to come and play.
Just like we rehearsed.
Cool it.
Fight. Oh.
Inazuma shines eternal.
A little less interesting without my hydro person.
Time for your arraignment.
Oh,
Dodge this.
wrong dodge! Don't go after the freaking lion.
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze. Ha. What's the hurry?
There is no escape.
So like, hey, we're done. Except we're not. Who has gotten our attention? Roar XD. I'm not super worried. Alright. Y'all wanted to fight. Why is this world requests are like, fight this, fight that. What happened to like, let me deliver a pile of food to you? Alright. We got some mushrooms. We need to fight. Lovely. Hopefully you're up the hill and not in a cave. Aranara country. Interesting. Okay. Why are the mushrooms annoying the Aranara? Leave my fairy friends alone. So cute. They're so cute. I want like a little Aranara friend. Like a little plushie. Those would gangbusters. I guarantee you. Okay, hello. God. I got some pizza to make. And I need a ton of mushrooms for this.
Insolent.
Stop climbing on this.
Light this on your side! Incinerate!
Hey, are you done? Great. Oh, what are you killing each other doing here?
Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
And the substance is like
Motion to
I
compel!
don't fight you, too cute. There we go. Never ending enemies. Who else? Who else wants my attention? Oh, that one. That one who shall up in there. Yeah, are we good? Are we good now? Ooh, I got a thing. No. Here. Wow. That gets me some guys. Alright. Cool. Let's go back to the city to report. Oh no, wait. Let's not go back to the city to report just yet. We have a thing we need to fight. We have an active bounty. Where is the bounty? Is the bounty in the desert? Huh. Like normally it'd be like a circle around where you need to go for your bounty, but I'm not seeing the bounty circle anywhere. Yes, that's leeway. That's the border. Oh, let's go back to the city and just be like, excuse me, where do you need me to go again? Weird. Bugged out maybe? I'm not sure. Amethyst dance. It's a drawback of having a more static PNG tuber who only opens and closes their mouth as opposed to like a whole VTuber model. You guys don't get to see me wiggle. But also like, you know, like a lot of the PNG tubers would sort of have their like person like float around. I find that a little bit dizzying to look at. Alright. Yeah, reputation rewards. Let's go. Okay, great. So we just need to get here and then we've got food. They are not like... What's this do though? Oh, the treasure compass. Yep. I can't super see how much we need. Check map. Yes, hello. Where am I going? All the way up there. Thank you. Okay, so you need to check map to unlock its location. Good job. Great. Effendi. I've known a few Effendis in my life. Well, a few. I've known at least one. It's probably submarine to see names you recognize. One of my uncles. His name is in the game somewhere. Okay, where do I need to go? I need to turn around. There we go. Okay, so we're in the general vicinity. of sight from each other. Oh, there it is. Eat water.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Alright, you're low on dendro, right? Yeah, I'll just
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Boom boom! Just like we rehearsed. Go!
Cool it.
Yeah! Done. We got one down. We got 2 more to do this week. I do them all in one fell swoop. Give me my food. I want my food. I need to do Al Haytham's recipe. And there's like another recipe that involves materials from the new desert area that I haven't like really done yet. I might have done that, I think. I might have sorted that out, but I need to do Al Haytham's recipe now that I have him. Ah! Crap. Yes! I would like more bounties, please. Great. Ooh, one of the rune machines. Invulnerable to animal, yeah, whatever. Increased damage from bow wielding characters, okay. Check map. Alright, cool. Well, as I said, I find archers difficult. However, well, animals are useless, but does everyone's pets? Does everyone's little pets? Wish he had it unbuilt up. I'm gonna put Xingqiu back
For justice.
but I'm gonna replace. And I don't have Amber anywhere near built up. I'll replace Raiden.
Behold, the Princess Endeavor Talon.
Because it's bow wielding characters, not necessarily
If I hand this
bows,
work over to the Elamites,
right?
I'll have to rephrase the request.
This is the pets. The Yelan would be kick-ass, but yeah, Yelan isn't super built up yet. Could be our next candidate for the road to 79. So yeah, so yeah, Layla will stay on the wheel because we haven't gone her to 79 yet. But we got a lot more. We got a lot more to build up. A lot more. That way. Right there. Hello.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
And second thread.
Huh? Let me weave you a verse.
And here we go.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Ah, he's like, it's doing damage. He never said the bow wielding character needed
Midnight
to
Phantasmagoria.
use their bow.
I summon thee.
Per se. Hey, look at that. Easy. But I am being stuck with a bunch of mushrooms and I don't much care for that. So I'm gonna go back to the city and handle my last bounty for the week. Then we get not just road to 79, but road to me getting all the damn food. Yeah, that would be maybe the only reason I'd want to have all the characters is to like get all the recipes, but I want the Gourmet Supremos quest to work first. Then maybe. I also don't want to spend the money. I have not spent a cent. Not out of any sort of moral grandstanding with this because like it's free. I've not felt the need to. I've come close with Nahida and Kazuha, but I was like, eh. Maybe it's a birthday treat or something, but that's in September. I just don't like birthdays to spend the money on. Claim reward. Okay, one last bounty for the road. Are those the hounds? Oh, rift hounds. Oh. Invulnerability to pyro, but geo resist decrease. Okay. Oh, whoops. Let me go talk to you. So I know where I'm going. I didn't even accept the bounty. It is okay. So I'm gonna bring back. Oh, Fisher's very low on health, sadly. I like this stop working. Switch here back for Ryan. And Pyro is apparently
What is the situation?
not super useful, but bring back my
As
girl
you wish.
Noelle. My girl. Come back. And now we shall go look for our last bounty. Just in time to my Ninja's gonna be slightly less useful here, but we can make it. We can make it work. Stretch. Come here, Noelle. I mean, usually the thing you're looking for is sort of right in the middle of your bounty spot. Is that it? Ah, yep. Why the rift out of Sumeru? Stay in Inazuma. What are you doing here? You're very annoying.
I must leave no stone unturned, as a dutiful maid would.
Leave. Go away. Go. No. Not like you.
Someone needs to No, my sword! There is no escape!
That was so well done.
Steady as stone.
Like, does the healing thing not like help her?
Now you shall perish! Shine down! Rain outlines your fate. I must leave no stone unturned. Witness the power of Gawad.
Hey! Hey! Oh, no. She's not doing zero damage at the moment.
Illusion shattered! I'll catch up. Steady
There
as
you go.
stone.
Yeah!
As a good knight should.
Oh, like, did you just give yourself help? You're kidding me. You're on the brink of death and you just like gave yourself help. That seems highly unfair.
Leave it all to me. There is no escape. Steady as stone. Inazuma shines eternal.
Ooh, that's a cool color. Hey, there we go. There we fucking go. Alright, let's claim our little bounty. Well, we almost died. Ooh. I guess if I was like sort of facing my screen head on and not in a corner, I could actually see what I was doing a little better. But should get myself on the screen mounts. It'll be perpetually at an angle to me. Back here. Yonk. Yes, I'm here to collect my bounty. Okay. Oh, we're like making good progress. I think in another like 1 or 2 weeks we should be able to get level 7, and then we get the Ford. Quickly get that. Let's look. We got some crafting, not crafting. We got some furniture recipes the last time. A grocery stall and a kebab cart. Amazing. All right. Oh god, the drug killers. I didn't remember having one of these. Right. So it is 9 o'clock. It is time for me to go. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, Alvin, for coming by and hanging out. And unlike someone else who came before, not calling me a mother. But I should be back Saturday. I'll be back with Murray, with Marisol Place for Ace Attorney. So go check out at Marisol Place. We'll be going to the final chapter of Dual Destinies. We'll be doing Ace Attorney Street Scene 320. Sunday for me should be my next Stage Magician game, which in my case should actually be Ace Attorney. I just haven't set it up yet because I need to fix something on my computer to be able to play the emulator, because I want to play the Diablo Justice series. So I have to spend some time setting that up. But yeah, find me at Creative Sierra most places on the internet. VODs are on YouTube.
Inactivity serves no
and I hope you have a good
purpose
rest of your day. See yas.